There's a question that haunts every person of faith. Why do bad things happen to good people? You see someone who's kind, generous, faithful, and they get cancer. They love a child. Meanwhile, you see evil people living in luxury, health, comfort. Where's the justice? If God is just and merciful, why does he allow good people to suffer while evil people prosper? Today I want to share what Islam teaches about this, and the answer might change how you see everything. First, we need to establish something crucial. This life is not where justice is done. This life is where justice is tested. The real justice comes in the hereafter. Think of this world as an exam. Some students have harder questions than others, but the results aren't announced during the exam. They're announced when it's over. This life is the exam. The hereafter is when you get your results. The Quran says, "Do you think you will enter paradise without being tested?" This life is designed to test you, and tests aren't supposed to be comfortable. So when a good person suffers, it's not punishment, it's a test. Will they remain faithful to God during hardship? Will they remain patient? That's the exam. But it's deeper than that. Sometimes suffering for good people is actually a blessing in disguise. The Prophet Muhammad said, "No fatigue, illness, anxiety, or sadness afflicts a believer, not even the pricking of a thorn, except that Allah removes some of his sins by it." Suffering purifies, it cleanses sins, it elevates your spiritual rank. Imagine you committed sins throughout your life. Now, on Judgment Day, you'll be held accountable. But God, in his mercy, sends you hardship in this world that wipes away those sins before you face him. The pain you experienced here was temporary. The forgiveness is eternal. Second, suffering builds character. The strongest people are those who have endured hardship. Patience, compassion, humility, resilience. These qualities aren't developed in comfort. They're developed in difficulty. Gold isn't purified by gentle warmth. It's purified by intense fire that burns away impurities. Your soul is the same. Hardship burns away ego, arrogance, and spiritual weakness. The best people in history, the prophets, suffered the most. Prophet Job lost his wealth, health, children. Prophet Joseph was betrayed, sold into slavery, falsely accused, imprisoned. Prophet Muhammad lost his parents as a child, lost his wife and children, was persecuted, starved, attacked. If suffering meant God hated someone, he would have hated his own prophets. But no. They suffered because they were chosen for something greater. Third, let's talk about the illusion of good and bad people. We judge based on what we see, but God judges based on what's in the heart. That good person might have hidden sins. That bad person might have a quality God values. There's a famous story. A man questioned God's justice seeing a poor, sick believer and a wealthy, healthy sinner. Then he had a dream where he saw the believer in paradise with unimaginable rewards and the sinner in hell with unimaginable torment. He realized God was giving the sinner his tiny rewards in this life because he had nothing waiting in the hereafter. The prosperity was temporary, 70 years of luxury, then eternal punishment. The righteous person might suffer 70 years, but then eternal paradise. Which would you choose? The prophet said, "The world is a prison for the believer and paradise for the disbeliever." The believer restrains themselves from sin and struggles. The disbeliever indulges every desire until death comes. There's also profound wisdom. If good people only experienced good and bad people only experienced bad, there would be no test. Faith would be obvious. Everyone would believe. But God wants to test who truly has faith even when it's difficult. Finally, and most importantly, perfect justice is coming. Every injustice will be addressed. Every victim will be compensated. Every oppressor will face consequences. On Judgment Day, that good person who suffered, God will ask them to enter paradise. And when they see what God prepared, endless bliss, no more pain, they'll say, "This was worth it." That evil person who prospered, they'll be shown what they lost. They'll beg for one more day to do good. But it will be too late. The Quran says about the righteous, "Peace be upon you for what you patiently endured. How excellent is the final home." And about the evil, "Taste, indeed, you were the mighty and noble. Indeed, this is what you used to dispute." So why do bad things happen to good people? Because this life isn't the end. Because suffering has purpose. Because God sees what you don't. Because tests reveal character. Because temporary hardship leads to eternal reward. Because justice is coming. Trust the process. Trust God's wisdom. Your suffering is not meaningless. Your patience is not unnoticed. Your pain is not permanent. And one day, very soon, you'll understand why everything happened exactly as it did.